Hey guys, this is the Recklessly Skeptical Podcast. My name's Matt.
This is Josh.
And I'm Joe.
Today is March. Whoa, it's not March, guys. It's April.
April Fools.
It's April 3rd, 2016. If you want to listen to this podcast, you can find us on Spreaker and on YouTube. And if you want to listen or watch our other videos from our other channels, you can check them out on YouTube, The Evil Atheist and ZZZ Giant Awake.
Yeah,
and,
baby.
Oh, yeah. And come join us on Facebook, The Evil Atheist Closed Group. Please request to join, and we will most likely let you in so we can chat.
It's a lot of fun. Do what we want you to do.
Stop it.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, so like we said, today's April 3rd, 2016, and here in Utah, it's General Conference Weekend.
Yay!
I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but it's the annual General Conference. It's when the Mormons get together and talk and do stuff.
And they do Mormon stuff.
Yeah.
Right out in the open.
And so a more serious breakdown is it's not quite right in the open. You have to have tickets to go to the events. They fill a big stadium, essentially indoor stadium full of people to listen to the Mormons, prophets and priests and seers and revelators and some of the important women in the church talk. And they have two 2-hour sessions on Saturday, two 2-hour sessions on Sunday. And then either you go to a priesthood session if you're a male, or you go to Relief Society session if you're a female. But that happens like weeks ago. I think it was last week.
We should protest the next conference for fun.
Well, I wanted to go shoot a video. I drove by yesterday, and there were street preachers out there, and one of them was holding a sign that said, homo religions are hellish. And what kind of logic is there?
Yeah,
like,
there's what?
The Mormons are extremely anti-equality when it comes to homosexuals and stuff. So I'm not sure what that street preacher was talking about, but I didn't get the chance to go.
They usually don't do a very good job of separating things. So like it'll say homo sinners, and then like there have been some times where it's come out really funny where it's like I would have to think about it or find some pictures, but there are a lot of fells on those signs because it's the Baptists who
don't know how to
so there
spell
should have been
correctly.
There should have been a comma there, like homos, comma, hellish religion.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to learn what a comma is or a dash.
Yep. Well, so since it's General Conference Weekend for the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints,
The Mormons.
the Mormons, I wanted to read from the Doctrine and Covenants, and I'm sure Josh could probably explain what the Doctrine and Covenants
Yeah,
is.
I can, actually. So some of my old education growing up is coming in handy. Joe?
I
Would you?
don't know. I think I fixed it.
Okay.
Oh.
Just
There.
keep that a quarter inch away.
But you can't hear me when I talk.
Yeah.
I gotta get real close.
We can hear you.
Are you
All right,
sure?
so now let's put my old religious background to use. So in the Mormon faith, there are 4 important books. There's the Old Testament, the New Testament, the Book of Mormon, and the Doctrine and Covenants. The Doctrine and Covenants is not supposedly based in the past like the Book of Mormon is, where it supposedly happened here in the United States, which it's a bunch of ludicrous bullshit because there's no evidence for it. They had wars where they had iron, and they were multiple continent wars, and there's no sign of any of those wars.
And the Native Americans are descendants from
Israel?
Yeah,
Israel.
They think they're Jews and that, God turned them brown or something?
Yeah, so Joseph Smith couldn't just use the Book of Mormon, especially once he finished the Book of Mormon, when he had followers, so he had to receive revelation from God. And so when he received revelation from God, he would write it down. And much like Muhammad, it was always fairly convenient when he got these revelations.
Yeah.
Like, just when he needed them, they just would come, and they'd always be in favor of what he was trying to do anyways. So, I mean, he was just that in tune with the fucking spirit of God.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of sections in there. A lot of fucking disgusting things are in the Doctrine and Covenants. If you ever want to make a Mormon uncomfortable, sit down and, like, if they come by, let's read the Book of Mormon, be like, no, let's read the Doctrine and Covenants. Let's look at that shit. Because if you once you start getting into section 100 on, you're like, how do you want to answer for this misogynistic chapter, or this anti-government chapter or so forth and so on. Like, it is interesting. You should definitely read it because there's a lot of weird church history that goes on in there.
Yep. And I'm going to read section 132, and I'm going to read a small portion of it. It's very small. There's tons more that I'm not going to read, so you guys should read it.
Okay.
So, quote, "Verily, thus said the Lord unto you, my servant Joseph, that inasmuch as you have inquired of my hand to know and understand wherein I, the Lord, justified my servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as also Moses, David, and Solomon, my servants, as touching the principle and doctrine of their having many wives and concubines." End quote. So this is just how he justified having multiple wives. And if you read further into this, it talks about a man can have many wives and concubines. It says it again. It says the same thing over and over. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then it mentions, but if a woman has many men, then she's going to go to hell and all this shit, but dudes can fuck all the chicks they want.
Yeah, well, it's even weirder and worse than that. So he was trying to preach this for a minute, and then his wife was like, no, this isn't happening. Emma Smith was like, nah. And then he's like, oh, an angel came unto me, and he had a flaming sword and said he would strike me down if I didn't practice polygamy. I didn't want to, honey. The angel's making me do it.
I haven't heard that story.
Did she fall for that shit?
Yeah, I mean, she has to support him.
Yeah.
She's knee deep in the show.
Oh God!
But she didn't. That's what caused a split in early church history. Is
Yeah,
because
you
the
got the
disagreement.
FLDS and then the regular LDS.
No.
Or-
Prior to that,
They split in Illinois before they came here.
So
There's another sect of Mormons still there
in Illinois
that were split off before they came over here to Utah.
It's called the Reformed Church, the RFLDS or RLDS, the Reformed Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And so, do they follow the Doctrine and Covenants then?
Nope. No, they cut out the parts they don't like. They cut out all the polygamy parts. They cut out all of that, and they say, "Hey, this is somewhat perverted."
Really?
Gospel, yeah. And so they believe Joseph Smith was a prophet up until he kind of had a fall, and his son. So Emma Smith stayed there, and Joseph Smith's son, grandson, and great grandson are the ones who ran the RLDS church.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Brigham Young, because Emma Smith and Brigham Young did not get along at all.
Yeah.
Brigham Young's packed up his bags and came out to Utah because they still wanted to practice polygamy.
To the promised land, and when they got here, they said no one else was here, but there was tons of people here, and if they didn't convert, the Mormons would kill them.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Indian. That stuff they cover up pretty well in religious studies.
But there was already European settlers here. Already here when they got here, and if they didn't convert, it wasn't even Indians or Native Americans. It was straight up European settlers who were already here, and if they didn't convert, I can't remember his name. It was like Joseph Smith and Brigham Young's hitman. He'd fucking take them out.
Yeah,
if they didn't convert.
I wish I remembered his name. I used to know it on hand. So, Joe, how do you feel about touching yourself?
I love it. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I feel about the same way. How about you, Matt?
Well, I like it too.
All right.
But the Mormons don't like it.
Oh.
So we have another story about our
stupid Mormons.
Our Mormon neighbors. This is titled, "Mormons Are Declaring War on Masturbation." So they released a pamphlet that has all these steps so you guys can try and stop masturbating, right? Because masturbating is a sin. It's bad. Don't do it.
Yeah, and so I also want to jump in real quick and say this is different than the war on porn in Utah, or the declaring porn a health crisis. And so, like, declaring war or porn a health crisis in Utah wastes taxpayer dollars. When Mormons do something like this is good old fun.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, this is fun because, like you said, they're not wasting any tax money. So in this pamphlet, this first section is called A Guide to Self-Control. Steps in Overcoming Masturbation. All right, let's get started, guys.
All right,
you guys want to learn how to stop masturbating?
Sounds reasonable so far.
Yeah, can I be happy while not masturbating, though?
I don't know.
All right, we'll find out how to do it.
Step 1. Never touch the intimate parts of your body, except during normal toilet processes. Avoid being alone as much as possible. Find good company and stay in this good company.
In this good company. I need to find some good company to stay in.
Stay inside of that good company.
All right, step 2. If you are associated with other persons having the same problem, you must break off their friendship. Never associate with other people having the same weakness. Don't suppose that 2 of you will quit together. You never will. You must get away from people of that kind. Just to be in their presence will keep your problem foremost in your mind. The problem must be taken out of your mind, for that is where it really exists. Your mind must be on the other and more wholesome things. You will never quit together.
Joe, do you want to quit masturbating together?
Yeah, let's quit together.
Let's pinky promise to never masturbate.
I'll be your spotter. You can be mine.
Okay, sounds good.
Rawr.
We'll just switch up that way. 'Cause that's not a sin.
You guys are going to be each other's sponsors.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day, bro. I was thinking about it hard. So hard.
Hey, Matt, since you can't, or Joe, since you can't masturbate, you want to let me help you out?
We can do a double Dutch rudder.
Please,
Because then it's not gay and we're not masturbating.
please explain a double what?
Okay, Dutch rudder is when I grab my penis and then you grab my arm or shoulder and start moving it. So technically you're not jacking me off, so it's not gay. And a double Dutch rudder is when we both do it at the same time. So it's not gay.
It's not gay.
And it's not masturbation. Because you're not doing it. It's like a loophole. All right, Mormons? Hey, Mormons, I'm sure you guys will love this. They'll start doing the double Dutch rudders and the Dutch rudders, you know?
Yeah, so, but it says you can only touch yourself during when you have to pee. So we have to do it while we're in the bathroom, just after peeing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Normal toilet hours
Yeah.
whatever it was saying. Hey, Matt, when you're done with this article, I want to read this 5 Reasons You Should Masturbate Tonight by Men's Health.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's good.
Okay.
All right, so step 3. When you bathe, do not admire yourself in a mirror.
Oh, my God.
Never stay in the bath more than 5 or 6 minutes. Just long enough to bathe and dry and dress, and then get out of the bathroom into a room where you will have some member of your family present.
Oh, okay. Why can't you look at yourself?
I don't know.
Because you might turn yourself on.
Oh, God, I'm sexy.
I turn me on.
I turn me on.
All right, number 4. When in bed, if that is where you have your problem for the most part, dress yourself for the night so securely you cannot easily touch your vital parts.
What, put on a chastity belt?
And so that it would be difficult and time-consuming for you to remove those clothes. Like, what are these people buying? Like you said, a chastity belt.
Yeah.
It's like 10. Oh, God, I really want to masturbate. I'm going to have to take off 10 pairs of sweats.
By the time you started to remove protective clothing, you would have sufficiently controlled your thinking that the temptation would leave you.
I want to know if there's Mormons out there that are actually trying all of these.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure.
swear.
I'm sure there
Yeah, sure.
Like tying their pajamas up real tight and maybe putting on a belt, you know, and going to bed wearing all sorts of clothes and here, tie my hands behind my back.
I might sin tonight.
I might sin.
They tie
They have
themselves
a- they
to their
w-
bed. They handcuff themselves. Some
They
kinky
wake
dude's
up with
like,
a wet
"Oh."
dream and then they're so guilty. They're feeling so guilty.
That's funny that you say that because I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and he pointed out that you'll have wet dreams
if you don't masturbate.
If you don't masturbate or get release. So God's totally for masturbation because He's actually jerking you off.
Yeah, yeah,
God
exactly.
jerks you off.
Yeah.
If you don't jerk off, God will. If you don't jerk yourself off,
All right.
God
so
will.
do you want to
All
cover
right.
the rest, just the first sentence of the rest, so we can move forward, or?
Yeah. Let's see. If the temptation, this is number 5. If the temptation seems overpowering while you are in bed, get out of bed and go into the kitchen and fix yourself a snack.
oh yay, snacks!
Even if it is in the middle of the night, and even if you are not hungry, and despite your fears of gaining weight.
Oh my God!
Fat, horny people who can't masturbate.
Okay, I'm going to read this. All right,
hold on.
Oh, okay.
We got to at least get through. I'll read the first line or so. Never read pornographic material. Never read about your problem. Keep it out of mind. Number 7, put wholesome thoughts into your mind at all times. Read good books, church books, scriptures, sermons of the brethren.
And man spilled seed unto the floor, and God smote him.
Number 8, pray. But when you pray, don't pray about this problem, for that will tend to keep it in your mind more than ever. Pray for faith. Pray for understanding of the scriptures. Pray for the missionaries.
Ignore your problem completely.
Stuff
it deep down inside. Maybe one day it'll all come flooding out and you'll stab a bunch of people or shoot a bunch of people at work. Who knows?
And it's not even a problem. I mean, anything can be a problem, but if you just masturbate every once in a while, it's not a fucking big deal.
It's not.
So let's read why you
Okay,
should
so
masturbate.
this is coming from Men's Health, Monday, January 4th, 2016, so just a few months ago. So we listened to the Mormon Church and their thinking on masturbation. Now let's listen to what science has to say. Science has shown that masturbation can provide plenty of healthy benefits. A study from adult product peddler AdamandEve.com reveals that 27% of Americans admit to masturbating once or twice a week. That number seems suspiciously low to us, especially since science has shown that being master of your domain can provide additional feel-great type benefits. Masturbation is part of a healthy sex life, says Gloria Brame, Ph.D., a clinical sexologist. It's totally safe and harmless. Just brushing your teeth should be a regular occurrence, so too should be cleaning your pipes. Here are 5 reasons to take matters into your own hands right now. You're welcome.
I love all the euphemisms in there.
Yeah. It prevents cancer. An Australian, oh my God, Charwin. An Australian study found that men who ejaculated more than 5 times a week were a third less likely to develop prostate cancer. Disease-causing toxins build up in your urogenital tract, and when you rub one out, you flush the bad guys out of your system, says Brame. It makes you harder. As you age, you naturally lose muscle tone, even down there. Regular sex or masturbation works out your pelvic floor muscles to prevent erectile dysfunction and incontinence. Let's see here. It helps you last longer. Taking yourself to Palm Prom may help you stretch your sack sessions. Masturbating an hour before a date will give you more control, says Brame. Nice. When the time comes to impress your date, follow the step-by-step instructions here to give her the best orgasm she'll ever have. And this is coming from Men's Health, everybody. Let's see here. I'm going to skip a little. It ups your immunity. Ejaculation increases levels of hormone cortisol, says Jennifer Landa, MD, specialist in hormone therapy. Cortisol, which usually gets a bad rap as a havoc-wrecking stress hormone, actually helps regulate and maintain your immunity in the small doses. Masturbation can produce the right environment for a strengthened immune system, she says. It boosts your mood. Masturbating releases a slew of feel-good neurochemicals like dopamine and oxytocin? Oxytocin? Oh, okay. That lift your spirits, boost your satisfaction, and activate the reward circuits in your brain. An organism is the biggest
orgasm.
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of turning my head. It's kind of hard to read this. An orgasm is the biggest non-drug blast of dopamine available, says Brame.
Yeah.
A brain scan of someone having an orgasm looks like a heroin addict's brain scan.
So that means it's bad.
So it makes you feel good. It keeps your immune system up. It makes you healthy. It makes you more control when you go on dates. Yeah. It's a good thing.
And I have one clip I want to share. And the clip I wanted to use is actually blocked because of copyright on YouTube. So we're going to have to just skip it. But yes, Joe summed it up very well. And I think the quote is mainly, it was the old Surgeon General Surgeon General who was just, she's this awesome woman, and she says, and she's like 70 or 80, and she's like, at least at the end of the day, if you masturbate, you know you're with someone you love.
That's awesome.
I'm like,
I agree with that.
She's so cute. I want to keep her.
Keep her in my pocket. Pull her out when I need her.
Alrighty, so let's move on. So we have another thing from Utah. Sorry, guys, it's a Utah day. So our wonderful Governor
Herbert.
Governor Gary Herbert, just signed a law that will require doctors to ignore best medical practice and give some women unnecessarily anesthesia for abortions. This is the first time any state has tried this, even during a boom of creative anti-abortion lawmaking at the state level. So, what is the idea of the bill? The idea behind SB 234, or the Protecting Unborn Children Amendments, is to prevent a fetus from feeling pain during an abortion at 20 weeks or more. It requires a doctor performing an abortion at this stage to administer an anesthetic to eliminate or alleviate organic pain to the unborn child.
So, let me quickly get this straight. That sounds really reasonable. If little unborn babies feel pain, why not make them anesthetic, Matt?
Did I fuck it up?
No. I'm being
okay.
serious. Why would you be, or why would somebody be against having that?
Oh, well,
yeah.
Through medical science, the idea that the fetus can actually feel pain at 20 weeks, that they can't feel pain at 20 weeks, and that their neurological structures aren't properly developed till around 29 to 30 weeks in the third trimester. So it's total bullshit.
Yeah, so
And by then, you can't do an abortion anyway.
Oh, and how would they administer those drugs to make the baby supposedly not feel pain?
Yeah, exactly, because there's no such thing as fetal anesthesia.
Oh, so Governor Herbert is full of shit.
Yes, like usual. And that's the nervous system isn't even developed by then, right?
Well, parts of it are, but it's not functioning at that point.
Yeah.
Yes, and the law doesn't specify how doctors are supposed to make it happen. So there's no fetal anesthesia. The doctors don't know what to do, and a doctor actually emailed Governor Herbert. I've emailed the governor and asked him to tell me what to do, because I don't know what to do. Dr. Leah Torres, an OBGYN and an abortion provider in Utah, told Vox, it's like saying take someone's widget out using standard medical practice. I don't know what that means. So they're passing a bill that is just total bullshit. Like it's not even, it doesn't fall in the realm of medical science at all.
Yeah.
And it's guised as this protect the children's feelings, or whatever the hell it was called, Protecting Unborn Children Amendments. When they're not even feeling pain.
Yeah.
And that's actually proven through science that they're not feeling anything until later on. So it's just total bullshit.
It's like grab a cup of air and pour it in that cup of water. It's like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. You sound stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
so, of course, Governor Herbert, and he's the same one who got all mad about marijuana legalization in Utah, and he was like, I don't want those hippies and the Dr. Feelgood saying, "Que pasa, here's your doobie."
Was he against it?
Yes.
Well, he said I didn't. He said I don't want Dr. Feelgood handing out joints saying "Que pasa, here's your doobie," and a lot of people got upset because he was like "Que pasa." And it's like, and here's another thing. He also said he would support Trump if he got the nomination.
He came out and said that?
Yeah. The other thing the one that I remember him from specifically,
Charwin.
Supposedly,
was
that he was also the one who took the gay rights issue up to the circuit court and lost. So,
wasting money.
Just
and being a bigot.
We need to vote this guy out.
Yeah,
if
we do.
If you're in Utah, we're voting this guy out. There's a couple other Democrats that are running this year against him, and one of them seems pretty good. I want to vote for him.
Yeah, and we'll have to do a breakdown when we get closer to our actual election to say who we support and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on, unless you guys have anything else to say. I have my secular story.
Ooh.
So, a GOP lawmaker said Americans should rely on Jesus for health care.
Oh, my God.
So, Gordon Klingenschmidt
Klingenschmidt.
Klingenschmidt.
Can we just call him Klingon shit?
Yeah, Klingon shit.
Gordon Klingon shit is excited about a recent Fox News poll that claims that 58% of Americans want to repeal Obamacare, declaring on his Pray in Jesus' Name program recently that people ought to be relying on God for their health care. Citing a passage from Exodus 15, Klingon shit asserted that God will protect people from disease so long as they obey his commandments, and said that Americans ought to look to the Lord for our health care. Now, I'll read one more thing and then we can discuss it.
Okay.
This is what he said, quote, I personally prefer to look to Almighty God as my healer and not to the government as a substitute God or substitute healer. He said before praying that this nation would repent of worshiping President Obama as if he was God.
Oh my God. Okay, where is this guy from?
I'm not sure.
Where is he? And it said he's a representative, right?
Yeah, it says GOP lawmaker.
GOP lawmaker.
Just grab his name, copy paste, and Google.
Yeah, because if we have any listeners who know this guy and he is a lawmaker in your state, get him the fuck out.
Yeah, he should lead by example. He should just decline having health care at all. He should become like one of those snake handlers.
Oh yeah,
who ends up dead. It's so stupid. Like, I guess if God's gonna masturbate you, he might as well take care of your health problems, right?
Yeah,
but so we're taking the most important, vital part of our lives, our health care, and just saying, oh yeah, we'll just let God sort it out. And it's really so they can cut it, and then under the guise of, oh, if you don't want to cut health care, then you just don't believe in God.
Yeah. And that's another thing. It's not another thing, but this whole pray to save yourself doesn't work. How many times do people get cancer and they just pray to God hoping it'll go away and they end up dying? It happens all the time.
Yeah. Praying
will not help you. I'm sorry, it won't.
So he is a member of the Colorado House of Representatives.
Oh, Colorado.
He assumed office January 2015. I think he's out now. And guess what political party he's from, guys?
You said the GOP.
Oh, yeah, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to surprise you with this fact I already told you.
Yeah.
It's early, man.
He's already out? He's not in there anymore is what you said?
Maybe. No.
But you said he was barely in office 2015. He usually has
office. Oh, no, yeah. He's still in.
All right, people. Get rid of this guy.
Yeah, and do it.
Klingon shit.
Yep. Gordon James Klingenschmidt, or we have now dubbed Klingon shit.
Klingon shit.
Because he obviously clings on to the religious shit he preaches.
Yep.
So, yeah, what a dick. I mean, again, he should lead by example.
And that just, it shows you privilege right there.
Oh,
imagine if he grew up in a different situation and needed some sort of health care and had a bad disease and was poor, and
he wouldn't be praying.
He would want health care. He would
care.
either pray and fucking die, or want fucking health care.
Well, he'd probably all of the above. He'd probably be praying because he's a religious person, and he'd probably be like, "Oh, why can't I get health care?" But he'd be doing everything he could to seek it. I guarantee when this motherfucker gets old and he's dealing with cancer or heart problems or whatever, you're gonna see his ass in a fucking hospital. He's not just gonna be at home praying or being in a church.
Yeah,
that's just not
God
the way
will save me.
That's not the way these things go down. Politicians end up being the biggest hypocrites because they preach something completely different from what they would ever do. Get rid of money, blah, 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 and then they're all just taking money from corporate backroom deals and shit like that, and they become lobbyists as soon as they retire from politics, and it's ridiculous.
Yep. Fuck this guy.
So, let's move forward and get one last thing in.
I don't know if you guys know, but Jesus isn't real.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
Do the quick one, Joe.
You want to do the quick science story?
Yeah, well, the shorty.
We can move the next one.
Okay,
we'll
just
move the next one to the other part.
All right, so this science story, it's coming from Disney Research. Let's see here. Vertigo is a wall-climbing robot that is capable of transitioning from the ground to the wall. Created in collaboration between Disney Research Zurich and ETH, the robot has two tightable propellers that provide thrust onto the wall on four wheels. One pair of wheels is steerable, and each propeller has 2 degrees of freedom for adjusting the direction of thrust. By transitioning from the ground to the wall and back again, Vertigo extends the ability of robots to travel through urban and indoor environments. The robot is able to move on a wall quickly and with agility. The use of propellers to provide thrust onto the wall ensures that the robot is able to traverse over indentations such as masonry, and the choice of the 2 propellers rather than one enables a floor-to-wall transition. Thrust is applied both towards the wall using the rear propeller and in an upward direction using the front propeller, resulting in a flip onto the wall. And it's really cool.
We'll have to link the video.
We're gonna link the video. If you haven't seen the video,
I'm curious though, just for the description. Does it say how big it is?
It's not very big when you watch the video. It looks like a normal remote control car, but
it flips onto the wall and then can go up the wall. Correct?
Yeah, and then I think in the video there's some text or whatever, or some caption, but they talk about how NASA can potentially use the
technology
for like rovers in the future and stuff. It is really cool, and when you watch it drive, I don't know, it's pretty cool.
And it came from fucking Disney?
It came from Disney, yeah.
Who thought a science story would come from Disney?
I know, right?
That's
pretty cool.
That is. So we'll.
We'll put the link on here.
Sure.
And so people can check it out.
Put it in Facebook right now. Put it on the Evil Atheist Facebook group. That way you guys have something to look forward to. Join the Evil Atheist Facebook group. Evil is in quotations, atheist is plural, and we're looking at the group page, not the community page, right?
That's it.
Then if real quick, if you're not on the group page and you don't want to and you're just lazy but you still want to see this or whatever it is, just YouTube Vertigo robot.
No, fuck that. Join our page.
Yeah, do what we tell you to do.
All right, and so check us out on Spreaker and YouTube, Recklessly Skeptical, as well as ZZZ Giant Awake and The Evil Atheist. We have a production coming on the Evil Atheist page that we're really excited to release.
Oh, yeah.
It should be out this week.
And please like and subscribe and share and do all that stuff, guys. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And until next week, take care, everyone.